Hi there! Today we're talking about vectors. A vector is a directional screen force that guides your viewer's eyes in a direction, whether generally or specifically. A vector that directs generally is a graphic vector. A vector that is specific is either an index vector or a motion vector. Graphic vectors are created by lines or an arrangement of stationary objects. Look at this shot of Alamo Square. Do you see the graphic vectors? See the street? The Transamerica Pyramid? The row of houses? They all guide our eyes in a general direction. There's a reason this is one of the most photographed panoramas in San Francisco. The graphic vectors contribute to the energy of this dynamic scene. Oh, see those tourists? They are the perfect way to exemplify index vectors. Index vectors lead viewers' eyes unquestionably in a specific direction, such as people looking or pointing. See the tourists pointing in the same direction? This naturally guides our eyes in the direction they're pointing, and we wonder what they're looking at. When multiple vectors point in the same direction, they're called continuing vectors. Now see them looking at one another? This leads our eyes inward, in the same direction they are looking. When vectors point in toward one another, they are called converging vectors. Now they're all looking in different directions. This diverts our attention to different areas of the screen. When vectors point away from one another, they're called diverging vectors. Our final vector type is a motion vector. Motion vectors are any objects moving on the screen. This is the strongest way to grab your viewer's attention. Did you notice that bus? Of course you did. Do you notice those people walking? Of course you do. Motion vectors take precedence over all other vectors because they are the most eye-catching. Now, you are a vector expert. We talked about graphic vectors, which direct attention generally and can be created by lines or stationary objects. We also talked about index vectors, which direct attention specifically. These can be continuing, converging, or diverging. Finally, we discussed motion vectors, which can be any moving object that directs attention in a specific direction. Now that you're a vector expert, you can use this information to enhance and clarify the message in your videos. Use vectors to manipulate your viewers' attention and make them see what you want them to see. And remember, rules are made to be broken. Now that you understand vectors, it's up to you to decide how to use them. Have fun!